Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to the fourth edition of the OnokoKast. We're gonna have a great podcast as always, and yeah, it's gonna be great. But the first, I have a important announcement to make about the Fallout 1 and 2 blind playthrough for SOK Water. Um, as you know, for the charity, and for a charity reward, I said that I was going to do Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 blind because I've never played them before, and I will start that playthrough immediately after the SOcast on Thursday. So yeah, that'll be fun. I hope you stick around for that. It'll be right here on Twitch TV/OnokoPro. So, without any further ado, let me introduce my guest. We have first, Loophole.
Hey, what's going on?
And we have ThatOldShoggoth.
What's going on there, people?
How you guys doing?
All right.
Yeah, pretty good. Long day, but can't complain.
That is good to hear. First question I have is to Shoggoth. Are you ready for the Madonna's adventure of a lifetime?
I was born ready for that, Onoko.
You're born ready.
Born ready. Gonna come at the McDonald's like a fucking beast.
A beast.
Yes, I am.
Alright.
Then I run out of there like a beast too.
You put in jail like a beast as well.
Yep.
Alright, well, I'll be praying for you. That you escape alive.
Appreciate that.
Loophole, are you ready for the Python?
Yeah, I am. Just the only thing right now is getting a place to stream it at. But other than that, it's set to go. I got all the movies downloaded. Purchased legally. Yeah, they're ready to go. All 5 of the straw poll winners for the Perrython. We actually look what that is right now. But yeah, most of them are Medea movies. One good movie got through, so that's cool. But most of them are Medea movies, which are the worst Tyler Perry movies by far.
Actually, I came across a recent streaming site that you could probably use. It's called StreamUp.
StreamUp.
Yeah, .com. It's used to stream a bunch of copyright shit.
Well, never mind. The movie that I wanted to see out of all of them, Gone Girl, actually got bumped back to 6th place. So the 5 films that I will have to endure for the Perrython is Medea's Family Reunion, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, A Medea Christmas, Medea's Witness Protection, and Medea Goes to Jail, which won the vote by far at number 1 with 46 votes, which is 13 more than number 2. So people really want to see Medea going to jail, which I actually saw that specific movie in theaters, and it was fucking awful. It was dreadful. And the fact that I have to see 5 Medea movies and another one that I already saw is awful. It's garbage.
Uh-huh.
Got a little doozy there.
Yeah, and I should actually count up the running times for all of them. I think Diary of a Mad Black Woman is a play, so that might be fucking worse.
Oh yeah, that was the first one, I think.
Yeah. And if you don't know, Tyler Perry movies are always the same. They always have Medea's supposedly starring in them, and she's like 5 minutes in the movie most of the time, and the rest of it is Lord have mercy, hallelujah, praise the Lord shit. And
it's an art form, Lupo. It takes several movies before you can refine that craft.
He hasn't refined anything. Medea Goes to Jail is like the 90th fucking movie, as opposed to the 200th movie that was a Medea Christmas or whatever.
Give it about 5 more films. He'll figure it out.
Oh.
He'll figure it out.
He's made like I'm not even kidding. He's made about like 30 movies that are all basically the same about teaching lessons and just. I mean, it's basically the black version of VeggieTales. That's all it is. And it's garbage.
Yeah.
And it's terrible, and they're not good movies. Even for a Christian movie. There are really good Christian movies out there.
Yeah.
But Tyler Perry movies are not them. And a lot of the times they're just insufferable to watch. And I've watched clips of them here and there. But Medea Goes to Jail, I remember specifically seeing in theaters. Was that, hey, this is like Big Mama's House.
Yeah.
And I'm the jackass who thought, Big Mama's House, that was funny. You know, big black woman saying, hallelujah, dog, baby, and all that shit. Yeah, I enjoyed that. But, yeah. So, that's the Perry-thon. That will be this Saturday. The time I have not announced yet, but we'll see.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse than Meme Run.
Meme Run.
Yeah.
Next question. Do you guys think that there are too many remasters on the PS4?
Want me to go first?
No, I'll let you go in.
Alright, I guess we should keep switching, though, back and forth. Anyways, are there too many remasters on PS4? On PS4, yes. And there are very good... There are good remasters, and there are bad remasters. And there are remasters that don't even have the point of existing. Good remasters include things like... they have very special reasons why they're good remasters or they're bad remasters. They shouldn't exist. Mm-hmm. A good remaster is something like... Let me think. What was a good remaster? Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. That was a really good one because it had all the content in it, and they replaced enemies around, and they actually fixed part of the game, so it was an actual remaster, and it didn't have to say remastered on it. Last of Us remastered on PS4. A lot of people didn't get to play Last of Us just because it was on the PS3, and not everybody had a PS3, and there's a lot of people who jumped ship over from Xbox to PS4. Then you just have pointless remasters like God of War 3 and Tomb Raider and Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, which have really no reason to exist because they don't really improve on the game itself, and the base games themselves are just fine. And a lot of times they don't even add... Well, first off, they don't add any content to the game, and they don't even really fix the graphics, especially for Tomb Raider and Sleeping Dogs Definitive Editions. They do not really remaster anything. The Final Fantasy X remaster, which just came out today, is incredibly lackluster from all reports, and it doesn't look that much better from the PS3 remaster. And the PS4 remaster of Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD is $50 on PS4.
$50?
$50.
Wow.
On PS3, you can buy it for $13 on Amazon, and it's not even that big of a jump because here's the thing: the PS3 version is already 1080p resolution. PS4 is the same resolution with slightly sharper graphics, and it's just pointless. That is a pointless remake. Tomb Raider and Sleeping Dogs is a bad remake, but there are so many remakes coming out. So many. It is ridiculous. Arcania and weird games you never heard of. Risen 3, Grim Fandango. Grim Fandango is a good remaster.
Yeah, actually, I'll agree with that one too. Especially since I think the PC port of it was hard to get running on the actual computer, even with messing around with compatibility settings too.
Yeah, so that is a good remaster.
Yeah.
That was one that was clearly, because it's a hard game to find, first of all, and it's really hard to run on modern computers, and there are a lot of bugs in the original version, and it kind of looked like shit. So Grim Fandango remastered, that's really cool. That was a good remaster because that was one that actually was needed. But games that were pretty much made on the PS3 really don't need to be remastered unless they were, I don't know, released and in a really bad state, and the PC version was just incredibly superior, like Fallout 3, for instance, some other games, that Skyrim, I don't know. Just games that were clearly... Grand Theft Auto 5 is another good remaster, quote-unquote. That adds a lot of stuff. But yeah, basically games that really found their potential just because it has a resolution bump. That's a bad remaster in my eyes. So that's
Yeah.
my view on remasters, pretty much.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that on every spot. Pretty much, they just seem sort of like a lot of things too. They just they don't really add any bonus content. They don't fix any bugs or anything like that. Because I remember God of War 3, that was like the one that was on my radar the most. Because that one, it's just like that was to me that was kind of the weakest of the series, to be honest. But yeah, I guess it just deviated a lot from the series in general. But yeah, the remasters, they just seem to be just an upscale pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like what Loophole was saying, it's pretty much they're trying to release it for a different. But that's the thing though too. Like, there's not really that much of a gap between the initial release and the remaster either. So it just it kind of floods the market, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Loophole kind of summed it up well though.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of re-releasing older games, but you have to put parentheses or asterisks over older games because the games came out a year ago. Last of Us Remastered, even though they had intentions why they did it, it still only came out a year before after it originally came out. So that's why I think stuff like the HD collections on PS3, where you get like 3 games for $40 with trophy support and so much in actual HD, because PS2 couldn't output in HD. That's a good reason. That's a good thing. I liked HD collections where they're cheap.
Yeah.
They have older games and they don't actually sell them anymore. But these games that are being remastered or the definitive edition or complete edition, a lot of times they aren't very useful or they don't really add anything to the game.
Yeah, low effort, but pretty much retail, full retail price, pretty much.
Yeah, I can see why they do it because they already built the game, so they don't have to really do anything else other than put it on the PS4 hardware and ship it on over. And, they're going to get some money because there are going to be people who say, oh, I like this game, or I heard people like this game, so I'm going to try it out. So it doesn't really come as a cost to publishers or developers. So I'm guessing that's why I did it, because, they're waiting, or they're making bigger and better games, and they just aren't coming out right now. So I understand why they fill the void, but just the amount of it and the excessiveness of it and just the balls that they have to release shit like Final Fantasy X on PS4, and it just looks like it got it like a sharper filter over it. I mean, that is ridiculous. That kind of stuff is annoying. But that is pretty much all I have to say on PS4, Xbox One, next gen remasters, basically.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
What do you guys think? What are you guys reacting to no more PT on PS4? What do you guys think about that?
I'll take this one first. Yeah, pretty much I really don't like the idea of it. Just because that's kind of why I don't really like digital games in general. It's just at least on consoles, at least, because they can remove it from the service, and just in general, if the service goes down, I mean, you don't have access to your games.
Yeah.
But I can see why that they took it off, just because it's a canceled project or anything like that. But I just really don't like the idea of it, because pretty much they took away the ability to archive it for like future generations to play in any kind of form.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest part, that there's no actual way to play it. Who knows 10, 15 years from now, who knows how you're gonna be able to play it, and then because as far as I'm aware, who knows how long these consoles can hold out before you have to buy a new one and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point, but I'm not going to try and go on a rant or anything, but Konami recently, for the past half a decade, has just made bad decision after bad decision. I'm not going to go after all of their bad decisions. I'll focus on PT, but Jim Sterling, the Jimquisition, he made an episode on Konami, and it basically goes over all their really terrible past. But specifically about PT, here's how I think Konami sees PT. They see it as just like a trailer for Silent Hills, right? And they say, oh, okay, it's a trailer for Silent Hills. We didn't care about this project or whatever. It's just a trailer for a canceled project. Get out of here. If it was actually a trailer, sure, but PT was a game with substance. It was an actual game. It had actual mechanics to it, and people actually really liked that game. A lot of people said PT surprised me. They said it was one of the best horror games ever made. It was really creepy at the beginning, and that's something that people are going to miss out. And also the fact that Konami went so balls hard just trying to not let anybody play this game, to do everything they possibly can for you not to play it. So first, let's see what happens first. Silent Hills gets canceled. All right, fine. Konami, you suck. Whatever. So Silent Hills is canceled. Fan-fucking-tastic. Whatever. PT. All right, you're going to take it down PSN. Shitty move. Just, you can take out the Silent Hills teaser or something. You can do something about it. You don't have to take it down. But you know what? Fine. If you really have to, take it down. Fine. Let people download it. Let people have it in their archives, in their library for people to download in the future. Let people who don't have PS4s be able to have the PS4 because you can download it through the web browser. Anybody could have technically downloaded PT.
Yeah.
And then they go the further step of deleting the fucking game off of PSN entirely. They wiped out the files for PT on PSN, meaning PSN does not have the files anymore. So the only way you can access PT, play it in any shape or form, is if you have a PS4 and already downloaded PT. If you delete PT, you cannot play that game ever again. You cannot. The game is unavailable anywhere unless you have it downloaded on the PlayStation 4. So they're like, all right, I'm one of the lucky ones. I got PT downloaded on my PS4. Right, this is gonna be a rare collector's item. I'm gonna sell on eBay just because I know some people might want to play it. Okay, so you got PS4 with PT installed, and you can say, oh, okay, I want to sell I want to try out PT, so I'm gonna look on eBay, and yeah, it's gonna be scalped, and yes, the prices are gonna be extremely high for what it actually is. But then Konami contacts eBay to get rid of any PS4 that has PT installed. That's how bad they want you to fucking forget that PT existed. So if you think that's bad, guess what? If you have PT installed, there's something called a check lock something. So basically what it is it's basically kind of DRM, sort of. PSN checks through to make sure that your PS4, all the licenses and all that stuff for your games, the files are synced with PSN. Games and apps or whatever. Make sure that all the apps that you've ever downloaded on your PS4 is connected to PSN. The files are still there. Well, guess what? Since PT doesn't have those files anymore, I don't know how it does this, but it locks out your entire game download. What? Yes, it will lock out. For some people, it will lock out your game. I don't know the specifics of it, but this is what I've been hearing. And I've seen examples of it, and I've seen people who are ripping piss because of it. Because you downloaded PT and the files are gone from PSN, it doesn't recognize what it is, so it kind of sees it like as piracy. So it locks out your entire game digital download collection.
Wow.
That's what it does.
Oh shit.
That's pretty bad.
That's how bad Konami does not want you to play PT, playable teaser. That is how shitty of a company they are. Not only do they not care about their own history of games, they want to actively remove it from existence. People have been making jokes like, oh, Konami is going to have an exec come over and destroy your PS4. At this point, who the fuck knows? Who knows? This is how bad they are. This is how butthurt they are over this. They are a really bad company.
Yeah.
They have released good games. Sorry, go ahead.
And I was going to say, are you aware of the Super Bunny Hop video? Kojima versus
yes,
Konami?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Konami took that down. They did put it back up, but they did take it down.
Yeah.
Which is
taken down for a while. Yeah.
Ludicrous. And when I mentioned Jim Sterling made a video about Konami delisted them from ever giving them a preview copy ever again.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty butthurt.
It's ridiculous. It is absolutely insane just how bad it is for Konami. And, I have not had this download game thing, this digital download bug or whatever you want to call it. But it's a possibility, and Sony needs to fix that if it's true for everybody else. But yeah, that's just my whole feelings on it. That's everything. Konami is ridiculous for doing this, and it just shows how out of touch they are with the gaming community and how they don't care about games, the preservation of games, the art of games, anything. They don't care. It's about profit. I know other people like that too, but other companies do know how to preserve their games or make sure that they care about their games, or they do something about the games that protect their history. They don't. They do not give a shit. Here's the thing. After MGS5, I bet you that Konami is going to rebrand itself as a mobile gaming company and just release shitty mobile games. That's what they're already doing right now. After Metal Gear Solid 5, and also, here's the other thing about Metal Gear Solid 5. When Konami completely reshifts its focus to other stuff, who's going to have the Metal Gear Online server? So that's a sketchy thing.
Yeah.
People put their hard work and time into that just completely wiped out because Konami doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. But, yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous how bad Konami's decisions are. It is maddening. It is just loony. So, yeah, that's what I think about PT. It's just disgusting, honestly.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yes.
So Loophole.
Yes.
I heard you play Splatoon for the Wii U. How is it?
This is gonna be fun. I don't want to keep talking, but Splatoon, the demo was really fun. At first I was like, oh man, this is really fun. This is really awesome. I played all 3 hours that they had for the demo. They gave you 2 maps and 4 weapon choices. And by the 3rd hour, I was already starting to get tired of it because they gave you 2 maps. It's like, all right, they gave me 2 maps. I'll be acquainted with this map. I like the gameplay and all that. It looks good. It runs really well. The online's actually very good. I'm just like, at launch, for $60, you get 5 maps. 5 multiplayer maps. And the argument is, oh, well, they're going to give you free DLC later on. Well, that's nice and all, but 5 maps at the start. That's just a little too low for me.
Yeah, it has to be double digits at least. At least in my opinion, for any kind of multiplayer game.
Yeah,
that's just ridiculous.
It has a single player, but it is mostly focused on multiplayer. That's what it is for. It has a ranking system. It has ranked battles. It has all this stuff, and it looks like it's going to be a fun game. And I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game at all. It's the mechanics that they had from the demo were really good. It controlled very well. All that stuff was good about it. Just the amount of content I am worried about. I am optimistic about the game, but I am cautiously optimistic about it. And I probably won't pick it up because I will be getting Witcher 3 next week just because of how interesting the reviews for that game are. But yeah, that's my feelings about Splatoon. It's going to be a good game, but I just wish there were more stuff in it.
How do you feel about the disabled voice chat, or the no support for voice chat?
I don't care. It doesn't matter. I have not... The last time I used voice chat was Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And even then it was I never really talked that much. But I don't... It's just... It's a nice thing just to say you have it, but most of the time don't voice chat. I don't see people voice chatting that much anymore. That was the thing that happened last year a lot. When you have Skype, you really don't need voice chat. You really don't. It's a better First off, it's better because of mic quality and all that's better, and also it's just a better solution, and that's just what I think you should do. Skype is pretty good for all that stuff that you need.
Yeah.
And I know you're not going to say, oh, well, I need a voice chat with my teammates. Like, it's a game where you paint over stuff. I mean, it's not a whole lot of cooperation that I saw from the demo. If you play with friends, you're probably going to know them, and you're probably going to have Skype, so I say use that. And I can understand where people just want to say quick things to their teammates, but that doesn't happen that often. And they have those D-pad remarks to say, oh, come over here, or I gotcha, or whatever. They have those, so it would be a nice thing to have, I guess. You could turn it off. I mean, that's the best I can say about it. But,
it kind of seemed like a console fanboys were kind of using that as an excuse to sort of bash Nintendo in general.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, the reasoning for it is dumb. say,
Yeah.
oh, people are going to be mean, but you can have it off by default and turn it on if that's the case. It does that doesn't make sense. I can understand that, but it's not a selling point. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter to me.
exactly. The only place I could see Mike in general coming in for multiple games is something that's very competitive, esports like level, pretty much. But
And while I
yeah,
won't shit on people who might potentially do Splatoon competitively, there's still probably going to be other ways around it. So it doesn't bother me personally. If other people do, that's fine, of course, but personally, not me.
yeah, pretty much.
All right.
All right. So, did y'all see the new Assassin's Creed review today?
Actually, I did not.
Oh, I just saw the concept art part of it, and it looks like Assassin's Creed Unity 2, and I'm not interested. And it looks like every other Ubisoft open world game ever made. They always have this formula of collectibles, like 20-hour, 15-hour storyline, buggy ass fucking garbage gameplay, the same climbing, lots of climbing and radio towers, and it's tons and tons and tons of collectibles. I don't like those games. And I liked Far Cry 3 for its mechanics, its stealth elements, and a lot of other things about it. But they added the Ubisoft game formula into that, and I didn't like that. But, I mean, will it be a good game? Here's the thing. If you like Assassin's Creed, you're probably going to like it unless they completely mess it up like Unity or Assassin's Creed 3. But honestly, to me, I'm not going to buy it, and it doesn't interest me. So that's my thoughts on Assassin's Creed. What's it called? Symphony
Syndicate?
of the Night? Yeah,
Syndicate. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that's what I've been hearing, because I've only tried out the first Assassin's Creed, but it really didn't interest me that too much. But it pretty much just seems like the same thing, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All it changes is the location, and that's it. And the names of the collectibles. I'm just sick of that formula.
Me too.
When did you get burned out anyway by Assassin's Creed?
Well, here's the thing. I played Assassin's Creed 2. I didn't like it. That was the first game I played. Then I played... Oh, God. And then I jumped to Assassin's Creed 3, and I said, oh, this is fun, because I really like colonial America.
You like Assassin's Creed 3?
Here's the thing. I liked Assassin's Creed 3's start. Not like the pacing of it, because the pacing was awful. It's just a really long tutorial. But I liked the town. I liked the setting. And there was something about the atmosphere that I really liked about it, because it really felt like colonial America. I like history a lot. So that I like the idea of Assassin's Creed, just the gameplay and the ways you get collectibles and stuff does not interest me in the slightest. It is ridiculously boring. It is just filler. That's all Assassin's Creed really is. It's filler.
Yeah.
And Assassin's Creed 3, like I said, like the location, everything else, not so much. I liked Assassin's Creed 4. And I know a lot of people said this, but there's one good thing about Assassin's Creed 4. I liked the pirate aspect of it. And the thing is, it didn't focus too much on climbing. While, yes, there were collectibles, it felt a little bit toned down. There was the pirate ship battles, which were really fun. And, I liked Assassin's Creed 4. But, honestly, it didn't really feel like an Assassin's Creed game. It just felt like Sid Meier's Pirates 3D or something. So, that's what I feel about Assassin's Creed. I didn't play Unity. I didn't play pretty much. I played 2. I played a little bit of 2. I played a little bit of 3. And I played a good chunk of 4. But everything else, I'm just not interested in, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't had too much exposure to Assassin's Creed, pretty much. It seems all right, but
yeah. I know some people like it, including SOK people. Goddamn friend folks. Anyways, yeah. I don't understand him, man. He really likes collectibles. I just don't understand collectibles. They don't add anything to the game. It's just filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm done about Assassin's Creed.
So.
Alright. The The next segment is going to be about our favorite YouTuber.
Oh boy.
And that is the
Cooking with Jack
glorious
show.
Darkside Phil.
Oh.
So, Loophole and Shoggoth, how did you first meet DSP on YouTube?
You want me to take this real quick?
Yeah.
I used to be a big Ritz Parade fan, and I believe it was I used to listen to the Ritsu Talk podcast, and at one point they had Total Biscuit as a guest, and basically they were just chit chat here and there, but then they basically name dropped Darkside Phil, and they pretty much they didn't really talk about him too much. They just said about 2-3 minutes, but then I ended up finding, because it seemed like something they didn't want to really talk about, because it was like kind of like I don't want to talk about this guy, and pretty much I ended up finding his videos from there. I believe Evil Ages were probably the first ones I saw, the Metal Gear Solid Saidon plays, but the one that like really kind of like got me into it was I believe it's Christmas Bedpan. He did the Black Mesa, the Saidon play.
I think that was him.
Yeah, and I had recently finished playing that game at the time, so I really did not because of Metal Gear Solid games I actually have not played. It was like funny to watch him fail, but like I understood, because with the way Evil AJ edited the comments and everything like that, I understood what he was fucking up on, but it didn't really hit me until I saw this I don't play Black Mesa and the infamous double crouch.
Oh yeah.
I mean crouch jump.
Double crouch.
Double crouch. Yeah.
Hashtag double crouch.
That's one for the SOK dictionary.
But
yeah, the crouch jumping segment, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. What about you, Loophole?
Very simply, I was excited for Duke Nukem Forever, of all things, and we all know how that went. Yeah, so I'm looking for Duke Nukem Forever reviews, and because here's the thing, this was after I actually bought the game. I bought the game if you can believe this, it is one of the 2 games I've ever bought at midnight. Duke Nukem Forever and Skyrim, but Duke Nukem Forever was the first game I ever bought at midnight. I was so fucking hyped for it. So I really like Duke Nukem 3D on my Xbox 360. So I was super excited to play the Duke Nukem Forever on my Xbox 360, and it turned out I was one of those who's like, oh, it's not that bad. It has fun shooting and all that shit. It looks awful. It looks like it's a bad game, but it's not that bad. GameSpot, who gave it like a 2 out of 10 or something. I was like, I actually defended the game for no reason, because I knew the game sucked ass. I never beat it. It's an awful game, especially on the Xbox 360, where it runs at PS2 resolution, and just runs awfully. Is just one of the most horrendous experiences you could ever go through. Is playing Duke Nukem Forever at midnight, coming home hyped as shit, and it's just a painfully awful game. But yeah, I was stupid 4 years ago, so I was looking through reviews and I saw The Hateful Truth, Duke Nukem Forever, and the media shit show, and he defended the game. I was like, oh yeah, and I looked at his other videos and I found them semi-entertaining, so I was like, okay, I'll subscribe to this guy. And for the next, I'd say 2 years, it's funny, I've been a DSP fan longer than I've been a DSP quote-unquote detractor. That's just disheartening. Yeah, I remember when This Is How You Don't Play MGS3 came out, and I really was trying, I'm sure if I saw them now, I'd cringe my ass off. But I remember arguing in the comments and defending him. It was awful, and that's when the infamous message to Evil AJ happened, which is not one of my better movements. That message I sent to Evil AJ, if you don't know, I don't know where it is. I'll try and find it, I guess, but is really childish and stupid.
Yeah.
I think I called him something like a obnoxious 4chaner or something. But yeah. Anyways, off topic. Yeah. So I found him through Duke Nukem Forever, of all things.
Yeah.
So that's how I found him.
All right. Uh, what do you guys think of DSP asking people to watch Evil Table?
Ugh. You go first.
Well,
that's a doozy.
most people have already said their piece on it, and asking people to go after him is very, very childish. It is a very salty thing to say, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
It's a very antagonistic sort of thing, and everybody said it was a big overreaction, which it was.
Yeah.
You can apologize however much you want. The apology he made for it was fake. And
It was.
And
It was
that's
just
I don't know.
insincere.
That's the thing too about his apology. Because I don't believe he referenced Evil Table's actual name in the apology. But if yeah, but yeah, if you just watched the video, you had no idea what happened the stream before. You'd think he was talking about Evil Adrian or someone like that. Like one of his main for some reason arch nemesis.
Mm-hmm. It was really over nothing bad.
Yeah.
He asked why stream chat got put in sub-bully mode, which I will say, like, if DSP ignored it and say I don't give a shit, I honestly wouldn't have really blinked an eye. But just the level that he went to was like really extreme, and I really don't have much to say about it just because everybody said their piece on it. But yes, it was just a really excessive reaction, and it was just really childish, and it was in bad taste and bad form, and it was really just another DSP moment, to be honest.
Yeah. What do you
think, Mr. Shoggoth?
Yeah.
Mr. Shoggoth.
Mr. Shoggoth.
Oh shit! I had my mic muted. Way to pull a Fred. Way to pull a Fred. But yeah, I just really could not understand. There was don't get me wrong, there were so many different ways he could have handled that, to be honest. He could have just muted his mic, said, I don't really want to talk about it. Do you want to fight me, or are you gonna, continue this? I mean, he fucking blew the fuck up.
Yeah, he did.
For no reason. But yeah, it's pretty much been discussed, different conversations like that already. But that will go down as one of his his highlights.
Definitely.
Thought it out.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Alrighty.
All right. Do you agree with DSP about Kim Safer?
I'm unfamiliar with because that's the thing. I don't actually watch DSP's rants or anything like that. I hear secondhand pretty much. But I believe there are accusations that he thought the game wasn't worthy of the amount of funding that went into it or the time.
Yeah.
But then I also believe he kind of springboarded that into the Gamergate stuff that Tim Schafer is involved in.
Yeah.
To my understanding. But yeah, Ness, I don't really. There are some things I agree with the DSP about in general about certain devs and certain gaming topics, but I don't really condone his attacks on certain developers or people in general in the gaming community, because usually he comes way off fucking base.
Yeah.
But other than that, I can't really say because I just don't bother watching his content, to be honest.
Can't blame you.
Yeah.
What about you, Mr. Loophole?
Well, outside of the just random insults they said to him, which was uncalled for, I believe.
Definitely.
Here's the thing: Tim Schafer wasn't the only person who made Broken Age. It's Double Fine. They were the ones who got the money. He has to pay the Double Fine devs. They were able to even release the game to begin with. Yeah, they probably expanded. They probably shifted their focuses on the Grim Fandango remastered or some other project that they had. So yeah, it took a year to come out. Okay, Half-Life 3 hasn't come out, or Half-Life Episode 3 hasn't come out. It was promised, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Is he gonna complain about the time then? But shitty analogy aside, the point is, he's saying he's putting all the blame on Tim Schafer just because he wants to say Tim Schafer is a douchebag asshole who steals people's money. Yeah, it's just a scapegoat, honestly. And yeah, he's a part of it, and yes, he's tweeted stuff about Gamergate, but so has developers, other people, and it just puts it on Tim Schafer because he didn't like Broken Age and didn't get him views. That's what it comes down to. He's got shitty reviews for Broken Age 2, and apparently Broken Age 2, most people said it probably wasn't good. And yeah, it probably wasn't good. And I'm not surprised by that fact, but that's what happens with Kickstarter. And you're basically funding an idea. You're not pre-ordering a game. You're not seeing a game that's going to be released and it's going to be AAA. Whatever. You're funding people to get them paid, to get them. You're basically paying their stuff. In return, you'll have the chance. There will be a chance that they'll release a game. That's the thing with Kickstarter.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel. I mean, you can, if they go back on the rewards, there's already stuff that they can do. But they did what they did. They gave out the rewards. They finished the game. They released the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can complain about it, sure, but just the amount, the excessiveness of it just went beyond what should have been necessary. And it's just a scheme to get views. Because you put big rants, Tim Schafer is an asshole and all that. So yeah, that's just my feelings. It's just typical DSP stuff, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my views on it.
I agree with you. Definitely. And speaking of DSP, we're going to present the DSP video of the week.
Uh-oh.
And the winner is Dark Side Phil explodes on stream by the Kind of Crybabies HD. Congratulations.
Round of applause.
It's a round of applause. Great job. Great video.
Yep.
And yeah. So
what was second place, if you don't mind me asking?
Second place was, let me try to bring that up to you. I think it was This Is How You Don't Play Monster Hunter for You.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that came out.
Yeah. So
yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he? I think it was a View quit this time, wasn't it? For Monster Hunter 4?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if there's a single player campaign that he completed or not, or
I don't think he beat the game.
He didn't finish a lot of the content, let's just say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get enough views, so he quit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So the next segment is going to be about the SOK. And Shoggoth, you're the newbie of the group.
Yes, I am.
What has been your experience with the SOK so far?
Lots of laughs, but also a lot of Fred falling asleep.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big old fucking narcoleptic. But yeah, I pretty much get along with everyone, and that's okay. And some people I talk to more than others, but I really like it, to be honest. Yeah. And just I believe Fred said it. I'm not sure if he said it on the record. I believe he said it on the podcast, but yeah, that's okay. It's just a bunch of friends who who like to chat together and everything like that. Yeah. We don't always talk about DSP. I mean, I'll be honest, I kind of don't like talking about them anymore at this point, because it's just a bunch of regurgitated nonsense. But yeah, it's just a group of friends, and yeah, I just like it. Because I used to talk to people that's okay on Twitter and anything like that, and it's just it's really fun, to be honest.
It is. Definitely is.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're with us.
So am I.
So, Loophole and Shoggoth.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your favorite member of the SOK?
Me.
Besides myself?
No, you can't do yourself.
Aw. Pretty good, though. Do you want to go first? Oh.
No, I'll go first. My favorite SOK member. Oh man. Whew. Actually, I'm gonna have to wait on that one. I'll think about that.
Mm-hmm. So
Alright, Shoggoth, you go.
Let's see, who do we got here? You know what? I'm gonna choose the casual of the group. I'm gonna choose Renegade.
Renegade,
yeah.
Alright, he was on last week.
Yeah.
Loophole, you wanna pass?
I'm also gonna pick Renegade just because he needs some love in his life.
Alright.
So there you go. Renegade is everybody's favorite SOK member, apparently.
Alright.
There you go.
What has been your favorite moment of the ThatOldShoggoth so far?
Oh man, that's a hard one. For me, I really like the Airy Lord podcast in general, and I also really like the Mod Madness stream. Both of those, from the Airy Lord, he really. It's funny how bad he shit talked Phil, and he was never that vocal ever again about him, and it's funny. So that was awesome. And Mod Madness, that was insane. We got to talk to the mods while the King of Hate Forum mods while the King of Hate Forums 2.0 went downhill. Or downhill, that's a understatement. While it was burning in flames and got fucking desecrated and got shat on. Yeah. So that was cool. That was really cool. And that was a 6-hour stream, which was ridiculous. And also the 24-hour meme run stream. There was a lot of highlights of that. That was a fun stream. That includes Blue Clues. It was one of my faves. So yeah, those are some of my faves. ThatOldShoggoth. That technically counts. Same thing.
Shoggoth, do you have any?
I agree with Loophole. I pretty much think the highlight has been Mod Madness. It's because that came out of fucking nowhere and it just fucking went downhill so fucking fast on a fucking rocket. To be honest. And then to actually get the people on there and everything like that and just voice their opinion, that was pretty good.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say as a follow up. I think the other one I kind of enjoyed just nothing. Even though nothing really happened, it was kind of a chill podcast. I also liked the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Because just giving away prizes and everything like that. That was pretty fun, to be honest.
Yeah. I actually have one SOK podcast that just when it happened, I remember just like shrugging it off like just another podcast, but. It's pretty amazing what happened. We had Slow Beef and Das Bullshit at the same time on the podcast. That is fucking insane.
Yeah.
That is really awesome. And I don't know, I guess it just passed me because I remember being on that and that was fun as shit. Slow Beef and Das Bullshit at the same. That's just incredible. That was a huge achievement. But Mod Madness, that was a highlight. That was cool that we got them, but yeah, that's mine.
What has been your favorite guest of the ThatOldShoggoth?
Fun.
By the way, hi KZ. I know you're watching.
Hi KG.
Hi KG.
I'm gonna have to go with the lucky 3 again, like I did with the last one. Jack from Cooking with Jack. He was our first. No, I'm not kidding. He was our first major guest. Actually, no, he was our second because it was Timbo Slice. That was our first major guest. But Cooking with Jack, he was fucking awesome. He was a really cool dude. We just chilled and talked about games and movies. He was just we were surprised how much he is. He's a big YouTube. He has like 500,000 subs. He was just talking to us casually, and it was really nice. So that was really cool. Again, the Airy Lord. He's a cool guy. I've talked to him before in the past. In the old SOK, we actually talked to him a lot, but we had some rough ties with him. But that podcast was really awesome. And I don't really consider Das Bullshit to be, not returning guest. I don't want to count him just because he's a returning guest, but Brian Strong, 13 Strong, was surprising how well he fit in there. And so yeah, that was really cool. That was a big surprise, I'd say, and I really liked that. So those are my 3 guests off the top of my head that I thought were really cool, just chill to be with.
Yeah.
So go for
probably Joth Quayle, the one who didn't show up.
Yeah, fucking pussy.
What a
God.
But I really did enjoy the area lord and Mighty Furtado too, because he's pretty much stayed off the radar as far as DSP is concerned. So it was kind of nice just to talk to him a little bit, or to see you guys talk about him. Also kind of
kid back then.
Yeah. I also kind of enjoyed, I'm probably going to butcher his name, Mark McCauley, I believe?
Yeah.
Something like
yeah, he was really cool, too.
Yeah, he was a pretty cool dude to talk to. I really liked his opinions or anything like that about DSP.
Yeah, he was very well-spoken about that.
Actually, Lester, what was your favorite guest?
Oh.
I said, what was your favorite guest?
What's my favorite guest?
On the Soulcast.
Jack Jr.
Yeah, right.
No,
the most boring guest, perhaps. You didn't even say anything. Oh, yeah, my gaming channel. You guys can see my gaming channel. Yeah, my dad cooks food, I guess, yeah. Looking Big Jack, Jumbo Jack, he was way cooler to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's probably Jack Sr. then.
No disrespect to Jack in the Box Jr., though. No disrespect.
Not at all.
All right.
And let's go on to the next segment. This is going to be viewer questions from Ask.fm and Twist TV. And the first
questions
goes to Shoggoth.
Oh boy.
The person next wants to know, why are you such a casual?
Well, I'm a casual, born and raised, pretty much. Fuck. Wait, hold on.
Oh God, you already fucked it up. Just stop.
Yes, I did. Thank you for pointing that out, by the way.
Yeah, everybody could tell. I'm just trying to make it less noticeable.
Right. But yeah, I'm a casual gamer in general. I just really don't. The only games that I actually invested, I would say, hours and time and just learning some of the mechanics was probably just the God of War series, to be honest.
Dark Souls.
Yeah, exactly. I still haven't beaten that yet, by the way. I'm just been taking about a week off. I'm kind of burned out. Yeah. But I don't mind being a casual, to be honest. At least I admit it.
Oh. Shooting on Renegade there.
We have another question for Shoggoth.
Damn.
Oh, God.
This is from Sing Long.
Oh, great, yeah.
And he asks, would you make love to Pussy Toy?
No, I would not. No. Unfortunately, too, I just recently found out about that person, unfortunately. Thank you, Encyclopedia Dramatica. Special shout out for that. But all these weirdos that pop up on the internet. Oh boy.
Loophole.
Yes, sir.
If you could send something about the SOK, what would it be?
If I could say something to the SOK?
Hmm?
Sorry, what was the question? If I had to say something to the SOK?
If you could change something about the SOK, what would it be?
If I could change... Alright, if I could change something about the SOK...
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'd have to think about that. If I had to change something in the SOK... fucking A, man. I can't think of anything. I'm not even just being a kiss ass. I can't think of anything. I'll go back to that question later.
Another question for Loophole.
Yes.
Has Loophole ever tried acting cream?
Yes, I have.
How
and it's shit's bullshit. Need that antibacterial stuff, son.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried it.
Alright. Another question for Shoggoth.
Mm-hmm.
Is Shoggoth a homo?
No, I'm not a homo.
Alright.
Is that by Anonymous?
Are
Is
the
that by
ladies out
Anonymous?
there?
Goddamn Anonymous.
Shoggoth is available.
Yes, I am.
So, yeah.
Heterosexual, yeah.
Him-
No,
him-
no homo. No homo.
Yeah, he's available. Loophole.
Yes.
Why is Loophole never around anymore except for the podcast?
I'm never around anymore, ever.
I guess that's
Oh
what the
man, I
person
guess I don't exist
said.
for a podcast. You know, it's not like I tweet every day and shit, but I don't exist. Man, it's a shame. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And a lot of times I can't even show up to the podcast and doing other stuff.
Uh-huh.
So that's all I gotta say.
Uh-huh. And a question for both of you guys. What do you guys think about the recent flag video of Mr. Mudika's video?
Well, just to sum it up, basically,
Basically.
oh no, basically, what happened was, so we were gonna premiere on InstaSync, right?
Uh-huh.
And because of the previous false flaggings that happened, my channel can't put videos on unlisted, and so to put it on InstaSync, we needed to have unlisted. So I used I just made a backup account, and it's weird how YouTube could do this. You have another backup to YouTube. You can make another channel with the same Gmail account, so one Gmail account can have several YouTube channels, like alternates of it. So it's just like it's just like a spawn, a seed that's connected to your account, but it's not. They're like mutually exclusive things, and it's weird how they exist. But yeah. So it just got taken. Someone's said that my channel was spam or whatever, and it got taken down. It wasn't because of the video, I don't think. Well, I guess because of it, because it got attention to the channel, but it was an alternate account. And just got someone put a thing for spam, and it wasn't partnered. It was pretty much out in the open, ready to be taken down, I guess. So there was nothing I could do to, help it. And it's an inner appeal, so it's probably going to get put back up, because I know nobody's going to go further with it. But yeah, that's all that happened with it.
How many views did it have before it got taken down?
Just about 1,000.
And then pretty much too, it was just released about, 24 hours ago? Made public?
Yeah, it was made public about a day ago.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just recently found out about that too before the podcast.
I didn't even make the fucking video, so I ain't mad.
Just getting off your back.
Ain't mad about it?
Nah, man. I'm mad about it at all.
So, do you guys have any questions for me?
Oh, this is a special part?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I can think of one. Since you were announcing at the beginning of the podcast about your Fallout, was it Fallout 1 or Fallout 2 playthrough?
Fallout 1 and 2.
Oh, you're doing both of them. All right.
And Tatis.
Oh, wow. What has been your experience with the Fallout series? Have you played the other ones, or?
I've played Fallout 3 and I've played Fallout New Vegas. And they're pretty good games. Fallout New Vegas, more so. Loophole.
Eh?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. To go back to what I would change about the SOK, I would go on to any SOK video and change it from uppercase SOK and change it to uppercase S, lowercase O, uppercase K. is there are some videos that are still in all caps for SOK. That's not what it is. It's uppercase S, lowercase O, uppercase K. So that's what I do. That's what I would change for the SOK.
Grammar Nazi over here.
That's not grammar Nazi. It's just being consistent.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what got me into DSP? And, well, I was looking for The Walking Dead Season 2 gameplay. And I just happened to find Darkside Phil.
Of course.
And I started watching it, and he was alright. He sucked. He died a couple times, but I said, you know what? He's pretty entertaining. I'm going to subscribe to Darkside Phil.
Oh, you said that out loud when you did it. I'm going to subscribe to Darkside.
I'm going to subscribe to Darkside Phil.
You said that out loud while subscribing.
Yes. This guy is okay. I'm going to subscribe to Darkside Phil right now. And a couple days later, I saw a Carl's video about the empty game cases.
Mm.
And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to unsubscribe from Darkside Phil. And,
I'm going to unsubscribe. Damn. Wow. All right.
Said that out loud too.
Yeah. Screw this guy. I'm unsubscribing from Darkside Phil. He's a no good son of a gun.
No, I get it. That's awesome. That you unsubscribed because of the game case, the Final Fantasy game case. We didn't open the box.
It was dudes that's him and Revolution.
Huh?
Huh?
The video you were mentioning, it was the Final Fantasy unboxing.
I think it was dudes that's him and Revolution.
Mm.
It was like,
okay.
I got the game case, but the game's not in it. But I'm gonna give you the bonus CD.
Yeah.
That was day 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Good on you, Onoko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I started making DSP videos, and yeah, that's pretty much
Now you're
it.
mentally ill hater stalker.
Yep.
Congrats.
Mad jelly.
Now the white coats are gonna come for me at any moment.
Uh-oh.
We have some Ask FM questions, but I think they're from a troll.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not sure if you guys want to answer this.
Go ahead. Well, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, why is Loophole such a pimple-faced faggot and fat?
The fuck?
I don't know who.
Face faggot and fuck
And fat.
and fat. Well,
Somebody.
I am overweight, so if that's yes, you pointed it out very nicely. And pimple face, I'm sure all fucking seniors in high school went through that era, that period in time. So I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
I don't give a fuck.
Somebody also asked, why is Internet Aristocrat too afraid to make his own channel instead of getting people to do his work for him?
I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah, that I don't know either.
So those are obviously 12 questions, and I'm gonna call the white coats, and they're gonna be thrown into the second ward very soon.
I want everybody to go and spam that account who said that.
Yes, I want them.
Spam it. Make sure you can never do anything again ever, because
Yes,
that makes sense.
I want them to come to their house and beat them up. And
That's the kind of guy that would punch right in the face.
Yep, and I will punch him right in the face.
Knock your teeth out. Yeah.
Yep, knock the teeth out.
Extremely mad.
So anyway, we're just joking, by the way. We're not serious.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering.
Disclaimer, yeah.
Yeah, disclaimer. We were just joking.
We're not DSP and all.
Yeah. So, I have another announcement to make.
Oh.
And I'm just going to give everybody a 2-week notice. There will be no podcast for the week of May 24th because I'll be out of town. So that will be the week after next week. So I just want everybody to know that. So let's wind things down. Loophole572, where can we find you?
On YouTube, Loophole572. On Twitter, Loophole572. On AskFM, Loophole572. On Steam, you can find me at Loophole572. On everywhere else, check my Twitter bio at Loophole572. Awesome. And on Wii U, Loophole572.
Shoggoth, where can we find you, good sir?
You can find me on Twitter under ThatOldShoggoth, and on YouTube you can find me under ThatOldShoggoth.
Alright, and you can find me on my new Twitter account, OnokoKast. You can find me on YouTube at OnokoPro. You can find me on AskFM on OnokoPro. You can find me on Instagram on Lester S4TW. And you can find me right here on Twitch TV at OnokoPro. And I think that's just about it. Thank you guys so much for attending. We had great stream attendance. We had around 20 people, so that's great. I thought we'd get like 4, so that's great. I'm very happy about our stream attendance.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. This will go up to YouTube probably late tonight or tomorrow. And thanks for tuning in. And catch you on the next podcast, which will be on May 19th. So yeah, bye.
See you guys.
See you guys.